Now, Ron told us yesterday, and he's been telling us that we are experiencing a minute longer of daylight, which is good news, but many of us, even with this good news, can still experience seasonal depression during these months.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Tom Longwell with Deaconess Clinic Behavioral Health joins us on how you can seek help if those symptoms persist. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us.
Oh, happy to be here.
Let's break down what exactly is seasonal depression, because I think sometimes people think it's one thing, but it really clinically may be something else.
Sure. Well, you know, during the winter months, everybody can experience the winter blues on occasion. Kind of the changing sunlight, you know, a change in activities, a change in our structure and our day-to-day routine can impact all of us. But that's a little bit different than a seasonal depression. Seasonal depression is a major depressive disorder that is also associated with a decrease in the sunlight during the winter months. It's characterized by, again, sadness, maybe excessive sleepiness, fatigue, lack of interest, lack of motivation.
Okay. Yeah.
And what does daylight do for our bodies that these changes make us feel a little more blue, if you will?
Yeah, you know, the sunlight, you know, anyone who's experienced the winter months, I know I lived in the Pacific Northwest for a while, definitely attest to the lack of sunlight and how it can impact us. You know, part of the thought is the change in the winter months changes our natural circadian rhythms. The sunlight also helps coordinate our sleep schedules. So the thought is that with the decreased sunlight, there's greater levels of melatonin in our body, which makes us a little sleepier, more fatigued. It's also thought it also might play a role in some of our serotonin levels, which is important for depression as well.
It is, yeah.
So what are some coping? How can people kind of cope with this?
Yeah, so it's now, again, for seasonal depression, but also for just the winter blues.
Right.
Making sure we are maintaining an active schedule, maintaining a sense of normality, of going to bed, getting up at the same time every day, getting up, getting out. Getting outside is important. Even though it's maybe a little more gray outside, that sunlight, we get more than we think. Is important. Getting a little bit of exercise, that is great for our emotional health, our physical health, our sleep health. Exercise is in many ways a wonder drug so much.
It is.
Maintaining those activities levels are important as well.
So how can you tell, how would you know the difference of seasonal blues, it's wintertime versus the other? At what point do you know, like, okay, I might need to get some help here?
Yeah, it really goes down to a couple factors, is severity and duration. Severity is, you know, if it's starting to impact my work life, my home life, my relationships, school, you know, is it having this large impact upon me? And then duration, is it just a matter of a day or two, or is it going on for more weeks on end? And if it's not remitting, then you definitely don't want to think about seeking some help.
Yeah, and so let's talk about that. So if you've noticed this going on for weeks now, what's the process of getting help from you all or others?
Yeah, so for Deaconess, you just need to give us a call. You can go onto our website to find our contact information. You can also start off talking to your primary care provider is a good place to start. And then you also have to think about if it's kind of an urgent nature. At Deaconess, we also have a Deaconess Behavioral Health Urgent Care Center where it's a free service. We can go and get that initial evaluation, and they'll help you determine, like, what's the best place for your care, how urgent is it, how much support do you need, do you just need some outpatient therapy, or do you need more of an inpatient therapy if there's some safety concerns, or there's something called intensive outpatient therapy. They'll really help you figure all of that sort of thing out.
And telehealth, is that an option too?
Telehealth is an option.
Okay.
Most of us providers like to see you at least in person the first time, if possible, kind of make that good connection, but telehealth is fantastic. I know a lot of us got interested in that starting with the pandemic, and it's definitely an important tool in our toolbox.
Thanks, Dr. Longwell. We appreciate it.